This time on Custom Works, we're going to get out of the workshop. So this time on Custom Works, it's a little bit different. We're doing a soapbox race, the Red Bull soapbox race. And in this episode, you know, if you've not got the means or the skills or whatever to build a car, still don't mean you can't get together with a load of friends, build something and have a great time. So then, first thing we did with the soapbox, we had to make a chassis. So we made like a tube frame and we loosely based that around like the wheels and wheel bearings off like a kid's like electric quad bike, and we used a few steering parts from that. Can't use too much off something else because you've got to have made it all, but we modified absolutely everything and made that just basic rolling chassis that steered, rolled and had, you know, somewhere fitting brakes to it. So let's have a look how that chassis was made and how that chassis came along. And as always, we probably didn't video as much of this as we should, but hey, you'll get the gist of it. It's great. Let's do it. Okay then, so the Gravity Racer is here, and Hot Rod Building legend Lee Cox is the stuntman who's going to test out this suspension. So we're thinking you've got to jump off a 500mm high ramp during the actual race. So let's simulate that now. Are you ready?
Yeah,
3,
ready, go.
2, 1.
Perfect.
And are you all right there, Lee Cox?
Oh, my head.
Yeah. Oh!
Bricks. Off to go. Right.
Oh, look at it moving already.
You're going to get in it, Bob? Yeah, no, figure it out.
Oh.
Where? Okay, you know. Yeah, yeah. Give it a shove. Don't hit me a shove. Right, and go.
Woo!
Got it? Yeah.
Okay then, and now the body build. The body build on this, I was really restrained because at the time we'd not weighed the thing and there is a weight limit. So I thought I've got a lot of body work to make, I'm going to make it as light as possible. And that's why the frame is literally matchsticks and then high impact plastic, sort of stuff you use for like vac forming, is rolled and super glued to that. And also, I did have in my mind that I wanted to make it so it was okay, but when it came down the track, yeah, bits are going to come off. 'Cause that's always a cool one, isn't it? You want the, you know, the soapbox that has a crash, a few bits fall off, but it keeps going, a few more bits fall off, but it keeps going, and it gets to the end, you know. I thought that'll make it more entertaining. So it literally is like an eggshell around a dune buggy. But this is how I made it anyway. Halfway built. I've made like a really lightweight timber frame for it, and we've stretched this. This is hipster, high impact plastic stuff over it, usually used for vac forming and stuff. But here I'm just curving it round, and this is going to look like a big pop can, and then the back's going to look like an aeroplane, because, you know, aeroplanes can become drinks cans and vice versa. I went on a lilt aeroplane. But yeah, this is going to be really cool. We've got to make the can front so it looks like a can, and the opening of the can is going to be like the grill, a little bit Bugatti-esque. No one else is going to think that either. But it's coming on and it's looking pretty good. I often say, particularly with the cars, I'm making it up as I go along, and my God, on this I really am. I'm not too sure how any of this is going to come together. I'm just piecing it together, making from the picture in my mind. Lots and lots of Mitafix on this. There's not a screw anywhere in the body, and I'm hoping that at the end this whole body will just lift off, because underneath here is some good steel fabrication, got full independent suspension on the front, disc brakes, and even at the soapbox rally I want to be able to flip the body up on this like a funny car, just to intimidate the other racers, like, check out. Yeah, it might look good on the outside. There's real engineering underneath it. Well, just roly-poly sort of thing. But it's going to look great. It's going to be really cool. And I can't wait tomorrow when we get the other side on, and this thing should really start taking shape. As I've probably said before, by the time you see this, this race will be in the distant past. But right now, I'm in the hard future. Oh yeah. And so the Red Bull soapbox chassis is finished. Da, 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 da. And we've got full suspension for that big 500 mil jump. My God, I would not want to drop down a drop of 500 mil on anything. But I think this suspension, these fat wheels, and the way we've got the front of this is hench, and also the driver gets to put the feet against there and really brace in for those big impact moments. And I'm pretty pleased with it. painted in the company's, the company we've made this for. This is their colour, this green, so that's why it's a green. And I think it's come out really nice. And I like the black bits as well. It's always nice if, I always think 2 colours and chrome, good on any car, big or small. Now, let's get the body out here, drop the body on it and see how it is, because I made the body so it came off. It is quite OTT, so I wanted the body to come off, so when we're displaying it pre-race, we can have this with the body sitting next to it, like when a funny car's flipped and you can see the business side inside of it and think, yeah, that's going to be fast. So that's what I wanted for this. Bit of an intimidation tactic. Oh yeah, this is a race. Okay, so let's get the body from out the workshop, drop it on air, see how that looks. Here's the body on then. So body actually on the chassis of it. It's what the company do, who have had this made. They recycle cans and aluminium. And I drew a few designs up, different things, and we decided on this. So it's like a can that's been recycled into an aeroplane, and the can is actually changing into an aeroplane as it rolls down the hill, because you know that really can happen.
You're looking good, shawty good, show enough good enough for me. You're looking good, shawty good, show enough good enough for me. You're looking good, shawty good, show enough good enough for me. You're looking good, shawty good, show enough good enough for me. You're looking good, shawty good, show enough good enough for me. You're looking good, shawty good, show.
This body just weighs absolutely nothing. The whole thing sits on these diagonal bars inside, and Velcro straps will strap the body on during the actual race. I might up the Velcro straps for the actual race with zip ties, but we'll see on the day. It is super, super light. Even this front that looks like a can, this is all just made in hips and very thin plywood. This body, even though it looks quite sort of real, it weighs nothing, and I'm sure in a collision it'll be like an eggshell. But what I thought is, if anything breaks, I want it to break and fall off and it carries on, not drag along or anything. So the body's sort of the expendable part of this. So as it goes down, if it's in a few bumps and scrapes, bits will fly off. But most importantly, the soapbox will not be slowed in its race for victory. And this is where the person at the back sits. Now, what I did with this, I've put it so that the seat is way back, so that hopefully when we go over a jump, we go over a little less. Because like, to get over a jump, so it's 500 mil high, which is probably this high off the ground. We're going to go off it. It's going to go over and like just flop over the jump. But I was thinking, if someone's on the back, just to give it a little bit less sort of nosedive, it's got to be better. And that's why this person sits back here, hopefully manages to hold on for the whole race. Okay then, so this is now going to go off to the client. It's going to get all its stickers put on it and stuff. And the next time you're going to see it will be at Alexandra Palace in London, going down the track, and no doubt sustaining some heavy damage, but victory will be ours. Well, it probably won't, but that's what I'm thinking. Okay then, so the race is over. It is back, it is here, sort of at the workshop, and it is knackered, and there's quite a few bits missing off this. What happens is, any bits that come off, the crowd just like take it like soapbox zombies. It's so there is some bits missing, but we're going to rebuild this, and what we're going to do is rebuild the body just as it was. We'll maybe lower it a bit and fit a massive electrical motor. We hope. I think that's what we're going to do, and it will be absolutely awesome. So watch your space. It will be here at some point in the future. Okay then, so that is it for another week. We'll be back next week with more stupid car-based things. Admittedly, this week was about a little car, but nevertheless, a car. Anyway, between now and next week, 7 days will pass. In those 7 days, I'll be doing stupid things with cars. See you next week. Thank you very much, and good night.